Azimuth invented the classic Omnitrix and then sent it to Earth, where Ben 10 eventually received it. This was the first version of the Omnitrix in the Ben 10 cartoon, and it looked like this, mostly black except for the green dial. It had limited modes such as active mode, recharge mode, nuclear sweep mode, full control mode, self-destruct mode, and reconfiguration mode. It allowed Ben to transform into limited aliens and did not possess the full capabilities of the alien watch. This Omnitrix wasn't the only version of its kind, as we saw a version in Dimension 23, worn by Ben 23, called the Hero Watch. It resembled the classic Omnitrix but was mostly blue and allowed Ben to transform into Omniverse aliens instead of the classic ones. There was also a version worn by Gwen 10, appearing in blue and pink, allowing her to transform into more feminine aliens. After the reconfiguration mode, the Omnitrix transformed into the Alien Force version, which looked like this, mostly green, and gave Ben 10 new Alien Force aliens. We also saw new modes such as Alien Escape Mode, Alien Communication Mode, and Self-Destruct Mode, which eventually destroyed the watch, leading Ben to acquire the Ultimatrix from Albedo. The Ultimatrix is an upgraded version of the Omnitrix that allowed Ben 10 to transform into ultimate aliens, and it looked like this, mostly green. It included most of the modes from the previous watches. After that, Azimuth gave Ben the latest version of the Omnitrix, the Omniverse watch, which looked completely new, mostly green, with a new rotating dial. It had new modes like the new active mode, new recharge mode, self-destruct mode, and many others, along with new Omniverse aliens. The strangest ability of this watch was its capability to fuse with the small creature, Skurd. The Omniverse wasn't the only version of this new release. Notable watches included Ben 10,000's watch. The initial version of Ben 10,000's watch looked like this, and allowed Ben to transform into over 10,000 aliens whenever he wanted. It later evolved into the Ben 10,000 Ultimatrix, where Ben 10 unlocked the strongest control system in the Omnitrix, allowing him to transform into aliens while remaining in his human form. We saw him transform into some aliens and retain their abilities while staying in his human form, making this one of the most powerful Omnitrix versions. However, everything changed when Ben reached the age of 20, feeling neglected by repeatedly transforming into the same aliens. He decided to create the Bio Omnitrix, consisting of two watches that work simultaneously, allowing Ben to transform into two different aliens at the same time and merge them. This is considered the most powerful Omnitrix version in the world. So, what is the Omnitrix version that hasn't appeared yet but was supposed to? This was an early version of the Omnitrix, or the original version, and it looked like this, with a dial that moved between 10 marks, mostly yellow. It was the first version that came to the minds of the Ben 10 cartoon designers. It wasn't supposed to transform Ben into aliens, but into superheroes with superpowers like Spider-Man, Superman, and other superheroes. However, Cartoon Network objected to this idea and changed it to what we saw in those seasons. But it was supposed to appear in a new way, like the classic Ben 10 aliens, with entirely different alien forms. These are the alien designs and their transformations after being modified. These were the designs for the early version of the Omnitrix that didn't appear in the Ben 10 cartoon because Cartoon Network rejected them. They finally modified and created the classic Omnitrix version, which looked like this and would transform Ben 10 into the classic aliens. Let's not forget the counterfeit Omnitrix versions, like the Antitrix invented by Vilgax, which transformed Kevin into 11 evil aliens. So what do you think, friends, about the early version of the Omnitrix? Which Omnitrix version is your favorite? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on all the latest content.